Hello students, today we are going to make our art very bright and colorful by using a system called complementary colors. When you use a color that is complementary to another one, it makes that other color pop. Make sure that the lines in your art have nice, solid, waxy crayon. If it's just Sharpie that you have on your art, I'd like you to get a black crayon and slowly trace over. This will keep the paint that we're using in the 4 separate quadrants. Now, the color you choose to go behind the figure is going to be complementary or opposite. That means that if you hold a stick across a color wheel, those 2 colors will be across from each other on the circle. You can see that the opposite of red is green, the opposite of yellow is purple, and the opposite of orange is blue. And so I have for you 6 tempera cakes that can be used to fill in the space behind your figure. You'll need to consult the little color wheel, and I looked and saw that across from yellow is purple. And so with a little bit of water on my brush, I gently circulate my brush to get some pigment on top. And I use the shape of my bristles to paint right along the edge of my figure. This is to help make sure that the paint stays where you want it. When you move slowly with the paintbrush, you can see where it is spreading paint. And paintbrushes love to be used so that their bristles are gently pressed in one direction along a paper. So the bristles drag behind and pull that beautiful purple right along the edges. And then I can get more with a little bit more water and fill in. And you can get darker and darker with more pigment in your bristles. See how bright you can make your colors. When I need to get into a skinny area, I use the tip of the brush. The tip of the brush is very skinny, and so it's kind of tiptoeing across the paper. Now I'm going to think about my last square. The opposite of red is green. So after pouncing my brush in the bottom of my water and then scraping it on the edge, it is clean enough now to get some green pigment on there. And do the same thing, delicately outlining by sweeping that brush across the paper, along the edges, and slowly moving green pigment into the space behind the figure. This part is sped up a little bit. I actually worked very slowly to get these beautiful paints on my paper. And when you're done, this needs to dry. Here I am adding a little bit more pigment on top by swirling my brush on the tempera cake, keeping my bristles very happy by moving them in one direction, by tilting my brush to and fro.